Dave, you ready to go up? Give me a second. Austin Zoo Art Bikes. All right, here comes Dave. We're going to take her up.
I think so. Should be fine.
Money Thrash and Critter. Critter, will you take us up? Will you do the honors, sir?
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. Taking her up. You got two butterflies and I can't tell what's behind it. That's cool. Is that dragon out there?
No, it's an eagle. It's an eagle.
It's an eagle. Eagle bike.
America.
Yeah. All right, we'll go back down for just a second. We'll be back up.
Can you grab the jetpack off the table? Can you grab the jetpack?
All right, that should be good. Hey, sorry.
We're just gonna do this.
You go up and down.
Up, down, halfway down. That's good.
Could you hold this thing still? I'm trying to take pictures.
Or shut it off.
I guess we're going to be up there for a little bit.
You want to risk it?
LPR.
Too late now! We're stuck!
Let's hope we get it started.
Does it start with?
We
the thing
need
lifted?
sustenance. We need sustenance.
Help.
All right, we're coming up after this song. That's about as much cable as we've got too.
Dave, you want to stand like that over here? Or, yeah.
It's quieter up here.
How far up here is
A little bit.
right there, that road?
I think it's flag there.
Oh,
starting
gotcha,
line, right?
Yeah,
Okay, got it.
starting line is
Yeah,
up there
the
at that
arch.
flag. The arch is usually where they start them. I guess they're moving them up a bit.
Jay!
Dragonfly.
What's the red bolt?
That's Pyro Pete. Pyro Pete. Not the CDs. That they did. We'll be here and then we'll move it once again.
And the Bobcat is bobbing for the Wichita Trail off-road events.
There we go. I'm just gonna have a microphone you go.
That's fine, I can run with it.
And we are broadcasting from Hotter Than Hell 100. Okay, this I think is my first time on the bucket lift. And we're like, how many floors above street level here? Yeah, we're
maybe
more
three.
Maybe. Yeah, it feels like a lot more, I'm telling you that. We have a bird's eye view of the starting line, and we can see all the way back past Big Blue as the sun starts to come up. It starts to get light outside. It is a beautiful day for a ride. The Austin Bike Zoo brought some bikes out. So we've got some butterflies and an eagle, and I think it's a dragonfly over there that are going to be going on part of the course. We're right across the street from Pyro Pete and Bobby, the big inflatables that we have. Mike, what's going on down at street level? It's amazing being up here watching and seeing all of these cyclists. You know, Mike, there's a consumer show going on inside the MPEG. We can set you up with a bicycle. Next year, you got plenty of time to train. So we're up here, let's see, what have we not spoken about at the Hotter Than Hell 100 this year yet? We've talked about flyover, which is coming up in about 10 minutes. So we're just about 10 minutes from the start. Riders are lined up. We talked about the Smart Start, which is starting in groups. When this event first started, it was one mass start. So you might have a 10-year-old kid and their parents in with some really fast 100-milers for the first couple of miles, and that got really chaotic and dangerous. So what we do now is we start with the fast 100-milers up front, then the hopeful hundreds, the 100Ks, the 50-milers, on and on, all the way back down to the 10K. So if you've got kids, this is a brilliant event to get them really involved in cycling. They'll be out, they'll have a blast, they can enjoy Finish Line Village, they can see all of these other cyclists and get motivated for a healthy lifetime of bicycling. Mike, are you still down here? I can't see it anymore. I was gonna let you talk for a minute. bicycle traffic and you're in a motor vehicle, the traffic is not going to last long because these riders, we get them across the starting line between 7:05 and about 7:45 or 7:50. So 45 minutes to an hour to get everybody past the starting line. Now, if they happen to go down your road, the road between Wichita Falls and Iowa Park has some traffic on it for a while because a lot of the courses go that way. And you may have to wait a little bit for a break in traffic, but you know that eventually they're all going to be by and business will be back to business as usual. In the meantime, we are hosting one of the premier cycling events in the nation, if not the world. And Red Bull came on as a sponsor this year. They were down last night with the fixed gear criterium. If you're not familiar with fixed gear, there's no brakes on those bikes. There are no gears to change. If the bicycle is rolling, the pedals are moving. If you want to go faster, you pedal faster. If you want to slow down, you pedal slower. And those guys fly. They raced last night in the rain at the criterium around the MPEC. More criterium action will be taking place on Sunday as well, a slightly different course, but everybody is welcome to come down and watch that. It is a lot of fun. They'll do it in heats, so if you want to meet one of the riders, you can do that and learn about cycling and how to get involved in it and how to step up from Category 3 to Cat 2 to Cat 1, so on and so forth. It is open, and there's a lot going on in there that's not just dedicated to cycling. True, this is focused on bicycles, but cyclists tend to also be runners and gym rats and things like this. We're just into fitness. So you'll find a lot of things to enhance your fitness and your training at the Consumer Show, and the Consumer Show is free. Finish Line Village is free to attend. Food and drink, of course, will cost you a little bit, but it's a big festival event downtown. Even if you don't ride, come on down and check it out. Live music, we just talked about that a little bit ago. 3 bands, some of them local, some of them regional, but they're all going to be awesome. Danny Ahern from the Iron Horse Pub is the guy who lines up the music every year, and he does a great job for us. We always look forward to that. The riders hang out in the tent, cool off, and trade stories of things that happened to them on their ride. Yep, that's a local band. It's a couple of folks that met at Backdoor Theater, actually. They were doing, I think it was the Rock of Ages show. And one of the guys said, you know, you should be in a band. And the girl said, I'd love to. Let's start one. And No Limits is a big party band. With man, they cover so many decades and so many different styles of music. It's just going to be a blast. You're going to be up on your feet, dancing in the tents. Even if you thought you couldn't go another foot on your bicycle, you're going to have a great time.
Yeah.
Now, Mike, we usually have Keith Williamson from KMOC come out and do a prayer just before we get things started. Is he down there yet? I can't see from where I am. You know, I think now would be a really good time for that.
The national anthem will begin at 7:03.
30.
7:03 and a half. And then we will have a flyover, cannon blast, and the start of the ride.
Should have brought my chair in. I know, right? Take us down, Dave. Give a chair here.
What's the temperature? It's a beautiful day. That's
72,
72 degrees.
Couldn't ask for a better day. In Spain.
It's always great to start events like this with a brief prayer. Thank you so much, Keith, for doing that for us. We just checked the temperature. It is 72 degrees for a start. We're looking at a high in the mid to upper 80s today. It is going to be an absolutely beautiful day for a ride, not windy, not extreme, which means I think a lot of people are going to be setting their personal best times for whatever distance they're riding this year. I remember a couple of starts in the 60s where I was shivering for the first 15 or 20 miles. you know, the event goes rain or shine, and we talked about a little bit about some of the events on the Wichita Trail, the dirt events. That's something that there's a lot of work that the trail crew puts in over the course of the spring and the summer to get things in shape. And then we have a week of rainy weather where we can't do anything for the last week and a half. So we do our best to get the trail in shape, and we do our best to keep the trail packed down. We get riders on it as much as we can so that it works really well for the bicycle ride and the running events on a Hardin Hill 100 weekend. Sometimes the weather is cooperative, sometimes not so much. Today the weather is awesome, and I can see smiling faces on riders all the way back past Big Blue as the sun starts to come up. I haven't seen the T-38s yet. Imagine they'll be sneaking in from us. They should be coming in from the south and flying to the north over Scott Street as we line up for the Hardin Hill 100 for 2017. And you know, Mike, I do think it is about time we got you on a bicycle. We'll work on that over the year. So as I stand up here looking to the south, I can see the riders lined up past Big Blue. To the north, I can see the arch for the Hardin Hill 100 and First Bank and the American flag up there. We want to thank the fire department. They bring their big ladder trucks out, put up a couple of ladders, and we hang the flag from that. We just started doing that a couple of years ago. The fire department has worked asset to putting this event on. It's really the fire department volunteers and the police department officers that are out directing traffic and making sure that everybody stays safe. This is it. It is. There are not a lot of countries that you could do an event like this in. Of course, you know, there are some that are much more free than others, some that have a lot more road accessibility than others. But here in north central Texas, we've got some great roads, got a few hills to challenge people. Usually the challenge comes from the heat and the wind, and I don't think we're going to have too much trouble with that this year. I'm just really enjoying being up here on the bucket lift for the first time. The view from up here really is spectacular. Mike, next time you're coming up. Outside. Well, I've been on the top of the Fidelity Bank building. That's going to be close.
Can you face me a little bit when you talk, if it's possible? Just.
And that is our cue for the national anthem right now. Ladies and gentlemen, please remove your helmets for the national anthem of the United States, and then we'll have the flyover and the start. bridge, and then over toward Iowa Park.
That was cool.
Yeah, we had the best seat in the house.
We did. Awesome. Heck yeah.
And they're off.
And everything timed out.
We did.
Have you not been listening?
Little. Well, to be fair, it sounds like yeah, it's good.
Yeah, these are the fast 100 milers. They'll start first. They've all passed the finish line. These, the Scorchers, which are also fast. So those are. It's broken down by speed. Faster riders get out of was weaving through slower traffic.
Where was that guy who was standing? I bet you can't find a hotel room within $100. You said next year they're going to be doing some racing.
I've got that little one. We got to be a Christmas party. Man, I'll make it. Man, can I get out back? I love that little thing.
We've got one too, yeah. With the little flip thing, yeah.
Oh, it's awesome.
I chase the dog with it.
Yeah. Get the controls down, man. They're neat.
It took me a while, but I mean, it all takes the tiniest movements. I thought I broke it.
I got a big old red oak in the backyard. They got one that big next one. It fell down a couple days later.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, hey. Oh, damn, one of the props. Oh, there's the prop.
Yeah, there we go.
We'll charge it. Yeah, we'll charge this bad boy.
This guy up down the street. This thing, probably barely it's got 2 GoPros.
Slow going at the
And
start.
not only can he control the fly guy, he can control the camera. He can move his GoPro. Yeah, it's crazy. He works with the county. I guess he uses it. I mean, they're going? Wow. Okay. The battery.
lots of cyclists here. What interviews do I have for this hour? I can't see my notes from here. Let's do the drop 11 before and after nutrition. How long is that? Okay. If you could toss it to us at the end of this song, we'll talk for a little bit, we'll set that up, and then you can play Spot Block after that and join the music, and we'll come back again when we get off. The reason it sounded like my mic got turned down is because I changed microphones to be able to focus. Yeah, I didn't set up the mixer. All right, so toss it to us at the end of the song. Thanks. So these are the scorchers. Thank you.
Probably text it.
Yeah, let's see how that works.
Connected to the jetpack. I mean, it's got
Yeah, but up here, you're at home.
I don't know if it matters or not.
The very beginning of the Hotter Than Hell 100. Just had the flyover, the cannon fire, and the anthem played. Cyclists have gone. The 100-mile scorchers are just now finishing going past us. Then we'll have the 100-mile keepers. It takes a good 40-45 minutes to get 12,000 cyclists past the starting line. And they are off on a wonderful Saturday adventure in, well, mostly sunny North Texas. We had a chance to sit down and talk with Dr. Keith Williamson about before and after nutrition for a long endurance event like this. Eric, the intern, is in the studio. Eric, go ahead and run that we'll talk with Keith Williamson.
Makes it a whole lot easier.
All right, next up is 50 milers. Is that correct?
Not sure. Keepers. 100-mile keeper.
And yours is just Aaron Galloway, not Aaron Don Galloway.
Both work.
First flag, 100-mile keepers, so they're fairly confident that they're going to do 100 miles. Second flag back there is the 100-mile hopefuls. So they're hoping that they can get past Hell's Gate before it closes down, and they have to take the shortcut home.
Okay.
They made me take the shortcut home one time. It was my excuse.
Do you want to stay up or go down?
We can stay up for a little
Stay
bit.
up for this next group.
Let this wave come by.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember his name. they go. Got more protein than milk. He also says beer, chips, and sausage.
Hey.
Replace the salt and the minerals that he started out. I like you, Doc.
Yeah.
I have a hard time getting it straight over. Oh, me too. It drifts.
They're just over the area. They usually stay right here where the fencing is. I think he's coming to land there. Yeah, it starts where you have most of the bad roads. Everybody's really close together. The first 20 miles are just trying to stay out of trouble.
Remember that big pileup they had like 2 years ago? Oh man, they were out. Yeah, they were out of ways. I mean, it was word got back to us here pretty quick that yeah, they had a bad.
You have to tell us a lot of humidity in the air. Yes. Rotary walk.
Can we just stop and see you a minute, get a couple pictures before we go to the hospital?
I'm sure it's like cycling magazines that show up to this thing, do pictures.
Yeah, you'll be set up, you'll see professionals. They'll be set up.
It's like a giant weird logo. Really nice.
I want everybody dressed like Walden. That's been a thing of concept.
Yeah, you notice that's the home run.
Yeah.
Somebody dressed like Waldo.
Yep.
Now, on audio book, where's Waldo? Waldo. It's hilarious. Yeah.
Oh, I put it in there.
Where's Waldo? Honestly. I'll never forget that. I just He had like a 15 or 20 different things.
Did we already film someone this morning?
Oh, I'm sure we have. I'm sure.
Yeah, it's built for speed, man.
The 3-hour vacation?
About an hour and a half, 2 hours.
I was going to say.
It goes quick. Oh, it's a praying mantis. That's what it is.
Okay.
Over there.
I don't even listen, and I'm nervous. Just look at your notes. It's over. Some Brett Collins. And she's bicycle. She loves Spanish people. Yeah, she'll get out there shaking that ass.
All right. Next group is, what was there? That's the
This should be 100-mile keepers.
Keepers.
Or the hopefuls, rather.
hopefuls. They hope to ride 100 miles.
They hope to get through Hell's Gate before it shuts down, and they get shunted down to the shortcut home, which gives them about 75 or 80 miles.
What time they shut it down?
It's 12 o'clock, 11:30, something like that. I don't remember. Off the top of my head. It's been a while since I rode. The 1 year was ridiculously hot and windy, and they closed it early. And I was planning on taking a shortcut home anyway, so I was making excuse to take a shortcut. Well, it's going to do it. And the people I was riding next to me, you got here before they're supposed to shut it down. I can't do that.
That's a cool bike. I like that.
Come to save
Turns on a dime, too.
All right, here comes the other group.
How long are they? Okay, let's do the famous and not so famous. So toss it up to me at the end of this song, and I'll talk a little bit, and then we'll run into that one because I think Mike recorded that. It's too long for me. And then after that, almost time for your spot block, won't it be? Okay, and then you get spot block out of the way, and we'll figure out where we're going after that. All right, thanks.
Get some.
We're going live at the end of this song.
Cool. Do you want me to stay up for the next person?
Yeah, because we're not going to be long. I'm going to talk just a little bit, set up one of the interviews.
Get some views from below.
Yes.
Hey, the train was on.
Two different worlds. I think it's so much about planning. There's strategy, men, plans. One or two things. What are you spending your money on? Well, if you're sinking for right there's a $6 million watch. Just because you take it with you. Right.
I got this.
Every we would walk by, like, they were rock stars.
I'm trying to get us some more tickets to Houston Open Air. I won't make the trip, but it'd be nice to get some more tickets away.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's definitely not the hardest for me. Yeah, I think that's a long drive. It's actually a pretty cool lineup.
Yeah. Pretty solid, man.
Yeah.
And we are at the Hardin Hill 100 this morning, the 100-mile keepers, which are those who hope that they're going to make it through Hell's Gate before it gets closed down today. Just crossed the starting line. So after that is the 50-milers, and then the 25-milers and the 10K riders. These guys are in for a wonderful ride today, and if the unthinkable happens, it's always nice to know that we've got people like Air Evac Life Team on site. They're just behind us over here at the starting line. We've got medical personnel at every rest stop, just in case they're needed. And the riders will stop in and they'll check them out and they'll say hello and things like this. And usually they get rehydrated, they cool off a little bit, and they're back on the road. Every now and then somebody needs to be taken back to the starting line. We want to thank all of the volunteers, the medical volunteers, and everybody else who makes this event happen. It is such a huge team effort. Now, Eric, the intern, is in the studio. Eric, we've got another interview that we're going to go to here right now, right? Eric doesn't know I was going to make him talk. I was going to get Eric on here. He just fired the interview.
Anonymous intern. Intern it.
All right, should we take her down?
Let's do it. Take us down.
Get some views from down there.
I can't even hear the motor from up here.
Feel it.
I can feel it.
Oh,
There it is.
There we go. I guess you gotta hold the down button. Bouncy.
oh gosh.
Bouncy. Why are we not going down?
That's not what we wanted to hear.
Let's go back up. There we go. Whoa. It's not wanting to go down. Well, guys, live from the Town Square Media Scissor Lift.
We're gonna be here for a while.
I hope you packed a lunch.
Well, we can tie off the microphones on the table and climb down.
Climb down the table.
Be all right.
Move the inflatables closer. Lubricated. Oh, that's. There we go. All my friends call me the lowrider. Making it hop, SA. There we go. That was fun. I enjoyed that. Got it stuck in my head.
That's okay. We'll play another Brainworm song here.
Yes. Ever do the morning of brainworms? Pretty impressive crowd, isn't it? Yeah, man, I tell you. It's a sea of people. I thought we were going to be stuck. Have a good ride.
I have that same jersey.
You guys aren't gonna ruin it for me.
We always do it.
Oh, it was this one. It was the evil one that she wanted to see.
Oh, you eat?
Thanks.
You can do it! Look at her.
Oh, I like
Oh, I want to see the one where. Let me take a picture. That's cool. Right, the ones that are like right on food.
I love it.
I'm tired already. You've ridden them all. You're at the start line. All right. Incoming. Brad, incoming. Hey, Don Nigger! That's his name, Nigger!
Yeah.
Guy right here already.
that is the coolest.
Right there. I want to do that.
There's that eagle.
Look at that eagle, Troy. I took a picture of that last night. Did you see it? The butterfly?
It is one of the best organized rides around, and I think the medical support is just superlative. I tell them every year we don't want to hurt anybody because then they won't come back.
Thank you for chatting with us. We've been chatting with Dr. Keith Williamson. You're listening to Hotter Hell 100 coverage on 92.9.
Well, I believe that is all of them.
We will be welcoming the riders back to Finish Line Village, which is open all day long for anybody who wants to come out. There's food, there's drink. You can check out the consumer show. There's live music from about 10:30 until 3 o'clock downtown at the MPEC. It is a festival of cycling and everything outdoors. You got to come out and see the Austin Bike Zoo bicycles. I'm looking at an eagle and a butterfly, and what we thought was a grasshopper earlier turns out it was a praying mantis. Now that the sun has come up, we can kind of see what it is. Come on down, enjoy the festivities, even if you're not a cyclist. We're from the Hotter Hell 100. Mike, anything you want to add to this?
I just want to see you do this on a unicycle, just once.
Want to see me do what?
A unicycle. You on a unicycle, just once.
I have never ridden a unicycle.
Well, you know,
It would be a frightening thing to do. I've seen people do the 50 miles, the 100K, even the 100 miles on a unicycle, and it's amazing. And now I'm posing for a photograph. Hello, Richard Cleaver. He's going to stay way off mic. I want to thank Richard, all of the other photographers that come out. There is a small army of photographers out here. If you're involved in this event, your picture is going to be taken at some point. sometime, probably more than once. Thanks to all of the volunteers, thanks to everybody on steering committee, all of the committees who come out and make this event happen. Thanks to all of the riders who get involved. We can hear the air evac helicopter spinning up for a takeoff. Hopefully it's nothing terribly severe. We'll tell you more about that after the weekend is over when we have a recap. We're moving over to the finish line. Have a great day. For 92.9 NIN,